Coming to you live from Nilfgaard. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Josh.
And we are here to play a game of the in-world minigame, gone digital card game, gone physical card game, Gwent.
Exactly.
Is that right?
That's very, yeah, I think you were very clear.
It's, right. It's from The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It was a game that fans liked enough when it appeared as a minigame in that they spun it off as a Hearthstone-style digital card game.
Yes.
And this is the first time it's been physically produced that I know of?
As far as I know, yeah. We probably could have looked that up beforehand, but we didn't. So yeah, it's the first time. Very first. No possible other options exist.
Yeah, I know it's unlike me to not do my research, but I guess I even dabbled in the digital game a little bit, but I honestly can't remember. Was it like a boost? Were there digital booster packs, CCG? I think it probably was.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you got...
I think it was in that rush after Hearthstone that a lot of other digital card games were being made.
Yeah.
So this is not a collectible card game, though. It is like an expandable card game.
Exactly.
Like a LCG or something.
Yeah.
Right? And you picked this up at Gen Con. Do you know, is this in retail? Is this readily available?
I would expect if it isn't, it will be very soon.
Right.
Probably by the time you publish this video.
Likely, yeah. Surely it's a game that you make for a mass audience. I think The Witcher is a big enough property,
Yes.
especially after the Netflix show and all that. Once you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, we'd appreciate it. And then let's go to what the game board looks like. This is a kind of a quick back and forth of a card game where we are trying to win 2 out of 3 rounds by having the most strength on the battlefield after applying a bunch of modifiers and sabotaging each other and that kind of stuff.
You can really see the digital roots in it too, because some of the modifications and things are a little hard to track and to parse, and we're almost certainly going to be like recounting our entire strength at least once per round or something.
Yeah, we were talking, and maybe we'll chat a little bit more after a game of it, but talking about the pros and cons of this being no longer digital, and this is very mathy in a way that I think played better digitally.
Yeah.
but we'll see how it goes. Want to tell us about your faction?
Sure. So I'm playing Skellige, I think is how it's pronounced.
Reasonable.
And my power is that in the 3rd round, I will get 2 random cards from my discard pile placed onto the battlefield at the start. So that's kind of fun. The faction tends to focus on an ability that I actually did not... We did build our own decks, and my faction focuses on like Berserker cards, but I did not include any Berserker cards in my deck, so I won't actually be showcasing
Really?
that. Yeah, I know.
You didn't do the cool faction thing?
I should have, now that I'm thinking about it, but that was not the... when I was building the deck, I was trying to make a deck that I could beat you with, so...
Valid, yeah. We should say that these are not the starter decks. These are decks that we built from the available card pool using the advanced deck building
Which probably
rules.
makes them worse than the starter decks, but, you know.
It might. I would say that we have played one game off camera with these built decks, and I think that they did feel a little clunkier than the starter decks.
Yeah.
But such is life, I guess. I am the Scoia'tael, which is, according to Google, how to pronounce this. My faction power, which actually this is really unique that your faction has a passive, right? Mm-hmm. So like you could, as you acquire more cards, assuming that they expand this game, you would theoretically have the same 5 factions, just more card pool and more options, but this will always remain. So anyway, I decide who goes first at the start of the game. So far, when we've played this, I've always chosen to go second because I think that's the advantageous position. So I think I will do that here.
But you haven't won yet, so...
That's true. That is true. And yeah, since your faction ability is all in the 3rd round, I was thinking about this. I think I need to try to just win the first 2 rounds, not let it go to the 3rd. Then you have no ability at all, right? It's
true.
That's the logical way to combat that, because it's very powerful. And my leader is Francesca Findbear, the Daisy of the Valley. I draw an extra card at the beginning of the battle, so I'm going to take an 11 card hand to your 10.
In my how do you suppose you pronounce his name? Iced?
East. Iced. I think I like Iced Torsich?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's the king of Sintra, evidently. And although I've watched the show, I don't really remember any of the names or how they pronounced it. It's been a while since the last season, I guess.
And I actually haven't gotten around to watching the show, so
it's quite
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I've actually never played The Witcher.
I haven't played the video games.
The Gwent digital card game, which I dabbled in a little bit, is the only Witcher entertainment that I've ever played. Actually,
So yeah, we're not the best people for pronunciation on this stuff, or even an intuitive understanding of some of the mechanics.
No, I don't really think you need to be that familiar with The Witcher to grok these mechanics. I think they're pretty abstract, to be honest. So we've each drawn our opening hand, 10 for him, 11 for me because of my leader, and we can only mulligan away maximum 2 cards from it. So give me a second as I attempt to do that. Okay, yeah, those were pretty obvious for me, I think. I'll explain why as I get there. Oof, that was a rough redraw, though.
They're not obvious.
Oh, well, he's thinking. So what's particularly unique? This is a lot is unique about this game. It's very different than other card combat style games. But to win those 2 out of 3 rounds, we've just drawn our 10 and 11 card opening hands. And for the most part, that's all we're going to get. You do not draw new cards each round. You just have to strategically utilize those cards, dividing them up between the 3 rounds in a way that you think will let you win too. And yeah, I think I have some criticisms of this, at least this version of this game that we can talk about after. But the big picture, that's really interesting. Like, I can't think of another game that maybe the closest other things that are like that might just be some like standard playing card games, right? That would have that sort of feel to them.
I'm actually not going to mulligan.
What?
Yeah,
That's
might
scary.
not be right, but I can't I don't love my hand, but there's not a really clear choice of what to mulligan either. So
Okay. Yeah. No one's making it.
I don't think I'm gonna. I think it's I think it's a good hand. It's missing some cards I was hoping to see. So.
Okay. Well, you go first because I chose to go second. So take it away.
And I will play. What's his name? Avalok.
Yeah, it's almost like it's close enough to Avalanche that's always what I read when I see this. Yeah,
which is a spy card who actually he's got 0 strength, but he goes on your side of the board, allowing you to draw an additional 2 cards.
Yeah, and
no, that could have been better.
Yeah, and so the top half of the board will be me, and the bottom half is you. This playmat is obviously made to kind of sit across from each other, but we're doing our best here for YouTube purposes. So I hate to do it this way, but I am just going to play my own Avalanche and onto your side and draw 2 cards. So I know that I just said you don't really draw more cards in this game, and then we both started by drawing more cards, but I think that's the end of it. I don't know about you. I don't have any other way to draw cards. I'm happy with those draws, though, at least.
All right.
What you got?
I will play this out.
Can be. I don't think I've seen this one. Okay.
Yeah, he just sort of sits there, and then when he goes away, eventually, for any reason, he summons in a bigger, better guy.
Yeah, 0 strength. When this card is discarded from the battlefield, it summons Hemdall to take its place. Well, how can I not just continue this most boring possible game where we keep mirroring each other? I don't have Canby, but I do have the cow.
Okay.
Who, when the cow is discarded from the battlefield, it summons Bovine Defense Force to take its place. Interestingly, one thing that hadn't occurred to me is that this mainly happens because at the end of the round you discard all cards, but it could happen via other effects removing it. Even, it has to be discarded, so Decoy returning it to your hand can't. But like a Scorch, that's unlikely to at 0 strength. All right, I'm rambling. Your turn. So far, you do maintain a tracker for easy reference
hasn't come up yet.
of your total strength, but so far it's 0 to 0. Yeah, it's like what is the big picture to what I'm doing this round?
So Olaf is currently worth 13.
Yeah, so Olaf is, and the mechanics are mostly in these icons down the side, which we have finally started learning. I definitely didn't like that at first, but I'm getting a little used to it. Yeah, it's versatile, not versatile, agile.
Yes.
You could have played it in ranged or melee, but you've played it at melee, at close range, I think it's called. And it has morale boost. It's buffing your other units by 1, but heroes can't be modified, so a whopping 1. That puts you at 13. You're winning. I'm just realizing I have a pretty big problem with my draw that I don't know if I can overcome. I am going to play Gaunter Odim up here at siege range. That has 2 strength, but it says to find all Gaunter Odim darkness cards in my hand and deck and play them all. So I do have 1 in my hand, annoyingly, and then 2 more should be in my deck. So there we go. So I am playing a total of 14 strength. These are all ranged, so they are all going in the ranged row. And that puts me at 14. Your turn.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. I hope that you are in as bad of shape as me.
I don't think that I am.
Damn it.
I'll go ahead and also get my Gaunter Odim Darkness cards out.
Oh, but you don't have Gaunter himself.
I don't.
So a mere 12 strength for you.
Yeah.
25.
I don't even know why I bother.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the Gaunter, what are you even doing? Okay, why don't I... Huh. I have to win 2 rounds with this hand. This is not promising. I'm going to play Yavin, who is agile, could go at ranged or close. I'll play him at ranged. He is 6 power, putting me at 20 to your 25. What are you going to do? Yeah, the tempo is interesting too, because you're leading. So the question is, do you pass and save your resources, or do you burn more to extend your lead? I think that system is like the most interesting thing about this game.
I'm going to do what I should have done last round, and I'm going to activate my power
Ooh.
to find and play, and it was on the bottom, so I don't even have to shuffle, my Skellige Storm, which affects the ranged and siege rows for both of us and makes their values 1 across the board. So
Yikes.
So now
Okay.
I'm at...
You're at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16?
Yes.
And I am at just 1 per unit, so 6. Cool. 16 to 6. Okay, I can make the best of this. Can I? I will... Couple options here. What do I think I will just play, say, Synthesis, who is a 10 power ranged hero, putting me tied with you again at 16, because nothing can modify hero values. So she's a flat 10 regardless of the weather.
Okay.
Dandelion.
So he's, I believe, worth 14.
Yeah, so Dandelion doubles. It's at the end of all the math, right? So it doubles.
Well, no, it's before this, because remember, this is only going to be adding 1. Oh, he's effectively worth 15, though, because he's getting +1 from this.
Yeah, so he's doubling the 13 that you have here.
Yes.
And is 2. So adding 15 puts you at 31. Oh, see, here's my problem. I can't throw this round, I don't think. It feels like normally where you need to cut your losses, but I can't afford to cut my losses.
Okay. Well,
My losses are... yeah, okay. Okay, this is fine. This is fine, though. I'm going to play a Scorch. This is going to look at the whole battlefield, both sides, and destroy the highest strength unit. So Olaf is destroyed here.
okay.
And the so my strength hasn't changed. Yours is now, you just lost. Like, I think the easiest way to do this is what disappeared, which was 13, right? Because it was 12 and adding 1 buff doubled. So you just lost 26, which puts you at 5. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, the easier thing would have been to just look at this. It's 1, 1, 1, and 2.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, 5 to 16.
Okay. I will play Yennefer, and I will bring Olaf right back in.
Oh, come on, a medic. Oof. Okay, so we're adding back the 26 from Olaf, putting you back at 31, and
Adding
she is
7.
worth 7, so 38 to my 16. All right. I'm gonna have to go nuclear here, I guess. Make the weather biting frost in addition to Skeletorm. So also now the melee area is set to 1.
Okay.
So it's okay. So on this row you have 10. So we're doing math here.
Well, actually, it sets the strength of all units
Yes,
to 1.
it does.
So that would include this.
Yep.
Okay, so this is...
So this is 1, 2, 3 because it's buffed by this.
Right. 4, 5.
4, 5, and actually Olaf is buffing Dandelion, so 6, but only 3 of them is then doubled, so 9 from that. So that puts you at 19 by my math.
He's not a hero, so he's still 1 plus 1, so 2.
Oh right, I forgot that. Yeah.
Okay. It's 5 baseline, and then it's doubling
3.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's 8 with 10 on this row, so 18.
Yeah. Okay, and what is yours at?
I'm at 16.
16 to my 18?
Yep.
Okay.
You could just pass.
I could.
I feel like neither of us wants to play a clear weather now and clean this mess up.
Alright, I'll bring in my light longships.
Oh, you're finding them all from your deck or hand and playing them? 2 are in your hand, though. That's
That was
painful.
unfortunate.
Did that come off of your spy draw? Because you didn't mulligan 1 away?
It did.
You hate to see it. Okay, so that's just another +3, putting you at 21. Woof. I don't think I can give this up. I'm looking at my hand, and I'm like, if I lose this, there is no winning 2 rounds. So I will play my Elven Skirmisher, which is going to only be 1 because of the weather, but it is finding 2 copies of itself. So both of our factions do have a lot of options along this line, and we both leaned into it.
Yeah.
It seems, because we're both doing a lot of the playing these sets of one card that pulls out a swarm of little things. So that's 3 more for me, putting me at 19 to your 21.
You're at 19, I'm at 21. You're holding how many cards?
4 cards.
4 cards. So, if I pass, you have to play at least 1 more.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Why couldn't Olaf just stay dead? I'm so mad about that meta hero.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it going.
Jeez. Okay.
Scorch is wasted. But...
Yeah, villain Trittenmirth, your dragon is just worth 1, right? 1 doubled is worth...
Sorry.
Oh wait. Oh
2
right.
doubled, so it's worth 4.
Shoot, that's very good. And then it does scorch,
but doesn't have
trying to just scorch my melee row, which there's nothing that can be scorched. Okay.
I think it doesn't work at all because you're not at... Yeah, you don't have 10 strength in that row.
Was I counting this because of the weather, because of the biting frost? I should have gained +1.
Yeah. Oh no,
I don't
these
know
are
if
heroes.
Oh right. I'm down by... Yeah, all right. I don't know, honestly, I think that the match is like lost. I hate to be defeatist, but the only way I could tie you is by dumping my... Oh, no, I guess it's not the only way to tie you, but... Alright, fuck it. I literally don't think that there's any world where stopping is the right play. So I'll play a Dwarven Skirmisher, which is another swarm of 3. So that's just going to be +3 for me. Putting me at 22 to your 25. Scared yet?
I'll pass.
Finally. Okay, I'll play a Havacar Smuggler. I think I leaned into this even harder than you did. This is another swarm of 3. Tying us up.
I think you just have more of it than I do. I don't know that I had another...
Yeah, my faction might have had more available, yeah.
So you were tied now.
We're tied now. You've passed, so you can't come back in.
Right.
So I could play again to break the tie. But on a tie, it's basically as if we both win once. We both lose one of these gems that kind of are our lives.
Okay.
And so, given that in my world there's not more than, like, even if I win this, I just have to win the next one, I think that a tie is just as good as winning.
What happens... Who's start player in the event of a tie?
I might have to check the rules on that. I'm not sure.
We will... Okay.
How many cards are in your hand? You've also blown
3.
3, and I have 2. Ugh. How did you end up with more cards in hand than me after all this?
Well, I passed, and you played since then.
There's that.
Other than that, I don't know.
I don't know either. After I drew an extra one too.
I also drew an extra one.
And we both had a situation.
We both have, or you have 2 cards.
I have 2 cards. Yeah, we both had a situation where. What was I going to say? We both had a situation where one of our swarms pulled an extra card out of our hand. Yeah, odd. I don't think we missed anything though. So I'm probably just not thinking of why that happened. Anyway, so yeah, I think I accept the tie.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll pass. We tie at 25 to 25, and a gem is lost for each of us. And then everything is discarded from play. The weather, we actually discard each other's spies into our discard pile, was I think what we learned. And then we each have a summon that happens.
Yes.
My cow becomes a bovine defense force. It has the flavor text grr, and it's an 8 strength melee. So I'm going to set my strength to 8.
I get Hemdall here, who is strength 11.
Oh come on! What? Your thing was just better than mine. Wow. At least it's a hero. You can't double it or anything.
Right. True.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out really quick, if I can, what happens on a tie. Winner starts next round. It just says the winner starts next round. Maybe we just, like, there's a coin to flip. If neither of us was playing a faction at the start that goes first, we would.
You want to coin flip it?
Sure. I assume it's different heads and tails?
This is tails.
Okay, like torch and wings. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, call torch or wings, I guess.
Okay. Wings. It's wings. Wait, did we say whether that means I'm choosing or whether I'm
I
going?
guess you get to choose if you want to go first.
All right. Well, I'll go second then.
Okay.
Oh, and let's set your strength to 11. And then what did you just play?
My strength is at 15. I played a Clan Drummond Shield Maiden.
Oh, and that has that what is it? Tight bond.
Yes.
That
Exponentially
multiplies it if you have more copies
of her in play. Do you think I have another copy?
Yes. Well, can you beat a horse on a roof? I'll play Roach, which is a whopping 3. Oh god, okay.
So now I'm at 16 plus 11.
Another Shield Maiden puts
27.
you at 27.
Which was more than my score last round, but I had all those cards.
So...
the weather is gone. I forgot to
Right. It's funny, so I guess with us having one card left each, if I had pushed ahead for the win, I could maybe have considered passing here. No, but you'd get 2 cards in play at random from your discard pile, so I would just lose. So, alright, there's no reason not to put this into play, but it's not going to win. It's Dennis Cranmer for another 6 at melee, putting me at 17.
To
your 27.
So then I can pass at this point, but since you have no cards left anyway,
you might as well roll it in.
Might as well just play
Commander's Horn, just double it all. Yeah. Oh god, so that puts you from 27 to 54. Well, with 50...
That's the hat trick for me.
54 to 17, you just barely squeaked by me.
I did, yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that was a match we got. They're quick. This is what, we're 28 minutes into this recording with plenty of prologue and stuff, right?
We spent as much time talking as playing.
I think so.
It's a fast-paced game. It's fun. It's a little early to know how the balance shakes out, but most of the cards in our faction decks have been the same. We haven't really looked at the other faction decks yet, but
yeah, we just opened these 2 factions.
It seems like it's pretty well balanced, and it really just comes down to how well you draw, and then how well you work with what you've got. I think there's a lot of strategy around deciding when to kind of punt on a round.
Right. My worry is that so my deck was not just swarms, it was swarms and things that buff swarms, right?
Yeah.
Morale boost and doublers that would reward me for having all those. I just didn't draw any of them, right? So I'm a little bit I'm a little bit put off by how much just a bad draw I feel made it. From my opening hand, I didn't feel like I had a shot.
This doesn't double him.
Oh, right, so your 11 isn't doubled.
32,
okay.
43.
Hold your YouTube
43,
comments. He's only at 43. Yeah.
Nearly 43.
Thank God. All right. Yeah, so I mean, that can be fine in a game that's this quick. But it was definitely frustrating that I felt even after my mulligan, I was great. I drew all my swarms. I think literally I had every card in my deck that puts out 3 cards, and then none of my buffs. Yeah. And so it just was not going to work.
I do not appreciate when I draw 2 of the swarmers. That's definitely a risk in deck construction. So I can see. Yeah. I can see some, decision making there. I actually do think the deck construction is very interesting.
I drew well in that respect. I didn't get a whole bunch of doubles of my swarm cards, and I had a couple, but I mulliganed them away.
And I had no doubles initially, but then I drew one.
Right.
My spy, which the spy seemed like a really obvious first card to play, but I realized after the fact, no, that's why you might not want to.
Yeah, I had the same thought, was that if you get more of those swarms out of your deck and then you play it, might be more valuable. But at the same time, then the trade-off is then you have less options
and you don't
to meter out for your bigger picture strategy. It's I'd be curious to look back, and I think it's not running anymore, but I'm sure there are streamers with archives on YouTube. I'd be curious to look back at the digital card game and how the factions and stuff worked on that. Our factions, and again, this was just 2 of them, but our factions being this similar to one another, I found disappointing.
I don't even remember if there were factions.
That's interesting.
It might have just
maybe
been
there weren't.
Yeah, it might have just been a card, and the factions might be here just to give a little bit of flavor and to make it so that if there's one of the hero cards that if I have it doesn't deprive you of it or something like that. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's Geralt, and actually several of the heroes. Well, several of the heroes are either just in every faction. Literally, there's 5 of them in this box. Which to me is well, then just have a gray neutral card skin and only include 2, because it's mostly a 2-player game, I think. So I thought that was weird, and then even
it also allows us to have the swarmers though, right? Because if we both have this guy, we can both have 3 of these, but neither of us can have 6 of them.
That's true. Yeah. But you could accomplish that with a
You could.
3-card
Yeah.
like 3-card limit, which most of these games do. So yeah, it's like we each kind of have like one keyword that we lean a little more into, and neither of us ended up building
Using
decks that
them?
do,
Yeah.
because mine is about my faction seems to be about the agile cards that can have the flexibility to go into multiple lanes. But when I actually looked at my options, that's not the way I
Now,
went.
I will say this is an important consideration.
Yeah, yeah,
Building,
these
so I did include these.
and these yeah, the tight bond cards, and you have a or no, it was your leader that you played with off camera that lets you choose a card in play and find a copy of
Yeah.
it and add it to play. Like that seems very powerful. That strikes me as just like
It's
compared
really
to
strong,
compared
yeah.
to how good agile is. Like that seems so good.
Yeah.
That mechanic. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed by the variety between the factions.
Agile is nice for dealing with weather, though.
That's true.
Right, which was obviously very impactful in this game.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's just like the factions have such similar options, and there's so many cards that exist in all factions, or that are just kind of like vanilla cards. That yeah, I don't think that there's enough here for deck building to excite me.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm
Again, we haven't even looked at the others though.
that is
so
true.
It might be.
That is true. Actually, I mean, I glanced at the monster faction mainly because we both had Geralt, and I was like, is Geralt also in the monster faction? And yes. And then its heroes are not the same characters; they're thematically different, but they have a lot of them are symmetrical with the heroes in the other factions too.
That makes sense.
And like I have, you had that dragon. I have it in my deck, but of course didn't draw it. I have Skiru, who I think is functionally identical, or maybe is the same thing but in a different row. Like there's just so much symmetricality.
Yeah,
between
well, mine
the
was a
factions.
7 and he's an 8, but yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
very, very similar.
Yeah, so I find that disappointing. It's a game that to me I think falls into like just a really casual take it to a bar or something experience because of its length and because of to me. And again, from a very small sample size of we've played now
Right.
3 games, just this one on camera and 2 others, but it seems so dependent on the draw that it's hard to take seriously.
Yeah, I think it's a fun game to maybe play between other games, or in a setting where you know, like you said, at the bar or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not as if we're gonna sit down to do a marathon round of 5 hours of Gwent or something.
Right, right. And I'm not chomping at the bit for for my local store to host tournaments or or anything like that. I will also reiterate.
It would lend itself well to tournament play, though. I think.
Yeah, and they have tournament rules where you build 3 decks,
interesting.
which is also a very digital card game. Like that's
Yeah.
how Hearthstone tournaments work. You build 3 decks and play like best of 5 with the 3 decks. And I didn't actually look at it close enough. I don't know if it means best of 5 rounds or whether it means 5 best of 3s, right? A full game with each.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. But yeah, and I'll reiterate, I'm also not a fan of The Witcher, not even out of dislike, just out of it's just not one that I've gotten around to investing in. And so probably if I was a fan of The Witcher, I would also get more out of this just
The
because I'm
fan
spending
service
some time
elements.
with the characters and the art and the world that I like, right? So that's part of it too. But yeah, overall I'm not as big on this as I thought I would be.
Okay.
Yeah. But I still enjoyed playing the game.
Yep.
Thank you for the game.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. I would love, I don't always prompt you to disagree with us in the comments because everyone loves being agreed with, but I would love to hear if you love Gwent, what you love about it, and why I should spend some more time, I think, like exploring deck building.
Tell us how to min-max our decks.
Yeah, right.
'Cause we probably did not do that.
Yeah, and I'll be very curious. Like, I liked it enough that, assuming that it gets expansions, I will be keeping an eye on them.
Yeah.
Like interested to see what they do. And,
Yeah,
and
especially
where
if
they go
they
with the card
add a
pool.
lot and if the factions diversify.
Yeah, and that's the most obvious way to address my criticism that the factions are not different enough is more cards that are more different,
Yes.
right? And that need to be powerful enough for you to want to play them. But yeah, we'll see. Cool. Well, thank you for watching. One last call to hit those algorithm buttons below the video. We appreciate it. There's no Patreon or anything for Optimal Play, so that's the one way to help us out if you appreciate the video. And we'll be back with more playthroughs, and
Yeah.
there's no end to this one. More playthroughs on the channel. Until next time, be optimal.